Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Backpacking. I am packing up, getting ready to go out on a budget overnight. So in keeping with the theme, I went down to my local dollar store and I found some items that are going to keep me fueled while out on trail. So let's go over what I got. Now I am going to include in this my water filter, Sawyer. Since a lot of these do require water to be added, you're going to need a safe means of doing so. Did not get this at the Dollar Tree. This guy was $45 at REI. And then to heat up said water, I picked up a Toaks 750 pot. I want to say that was about $25. And a little BRS stove, which is $15. And then I got a canister of fuel, just a little 100 gram, which all nests nicely together. And that's going to allow me to boil water to heat up the foods that require heating. All of the food I picked up today will be stored in a reusable bag from Albertsons, which, since I didn't buy any stuff sacks, they were going to be over my budget, decided this would be a good way to allow me to keep things dry-ish and keep things up in a tree. That way I don't have to worry about critters getting in there, hopefully. A couple things not included in the prices, probably things you have around the house, some Ziplocs. I like carrying a gallon Ziploc just to keep all of my trash in. And then these other little quart freezer Ziplocs are going to be used for rehydrating some of these meals. So let me show you what I got. Meal one for me will be dinner Friday night after work, and that's going to be a ramen bomb. So I'm going to take one package of chicken ramen. I'll crush it up a little bit and add the powder. I will put that in the Ziploc, and that's what's going to come with me. Then I'll boil my 2+ cups of water and add in these Idahoan 4-cheese mashed potatoes, and then that will be my ramen bomb. For breakfast that first morning, I was kind of expecting to find some of the pre-made oatmeal little pouches. They're very convenient. You can actually add the boiling water directly to the pouch, so you don't have to get your pot all dirty. But they didn't have any there at the Dollar Tree. They did have a little $2 thing of oats. So I added a cup of the oats, along with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a pinch of salt. And what I'll actually probably do is cold soak these overnight. Temps are supposed to be in the 50s to 60s, so I may want to heat them up in the morning, but that makes it really easy to do. I can either submerge this into water and boil, or if I don't care about having to clean my pot, dump everything in there and just try to keep it stirring over the flame. Simmer control can be a little tough with those little stoves, but nice to have the option there. So that is breakfast. As far as snacks go, I got some Welch's fruit snacks. I want to say there's 3 in here, 3 pouches. So those will go in my hip belt pocket. Eat those throughout the day. Lunch is going to be 2 packs of the spicy Thai chili tuna, along with some all-dressed Pringles, and then a Reese's, not a Reese's, good grief, a Rice Krispie Treats bar there. And if we don't make it out after lunch, if we need to stick around for dinner, I always like to bring 1 meal extra than what I plan on eating. We have a Knorr rice sides. This is the cheddar and broccoli. This is something that usually takes, milk and margarine and all that, but you can make these with just water in your pot. They do usually take a little simmering or soaking to get the best texture. Chances are good I won't end up needing that, but again, always like to have an extra meal. All of that will get eaten with my free Blizzard spoon, courtesy of Dairy Queen. These run like $4 or $5 and come with a free Blizzard, so pretty sweet deal there. A couple things I could not find at the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to pull them from home. One is some good instant coffee. I couldn't find any instant coffee. I figured a little jar of, Folgers or Taster's Choice would come with me, but couldn't find anything. And then some electrolyte stuff. This is Element. Kind of surprised they didn't have Gatorade powder or something, but alas, here we are. So I paid $12 and I think 25 cents for everything, not including these. Obviously, I'm not going to bring this entire thing of oatmeal, nor am I going to bring all 5 packs of ramen. So we're probably at the, $12-ish mark for 2,700 calories of food. That is including the brown sugar, which I didn't technically count there. But all of that is less than I would pay for one backpacking meal typically. So felt like a good way of showing you can do things on a budget, even when it comes to the food, because that can be a very expensive thing. Some of my meals are $15 to $20, so if you eat 3 of those a day plus some snacks and some drinks, $50 a day is not unheard of if you taste test food for the internet, I guess. but just know that there are more budget-friendly options. To me, I really enjoy the simplicity of boiling water, letting it rehydrate, and I like trying a lot of new things, so not a huge deal for me. But like if you're out on a multi-day trip through hiking, that kind of thing, I hear you tend to live off these guys because they're cheap, they're easy, they're plentiful, easy to find, that kind of thing. Same goes for oats. I don't really prefer oatmeal. I feel like it leaves me feeling hungry a couple hours later, but it's really easy to do out on trail, something you can make ahead and bring with you. So keep an eye out for the video on the budget trip that is coming up. We're going to test out a bunch of gear I haven't tried before, try to get everything I could for under $600. Could have been a little smarter and probably got it closer to $500, but I bought a bunch of stuff at REI used. But that's where we're at. For more information on all the items you see on this channel, including the food, check my website, topshelfbackpacking.com. And until I see you again, cheers.